Hi, it's Emily here from Emily Rose Apiaries, and I'm just doing my first hive inspections of the year and thought I'd show you guys kind of what's involved. On this hive, it's a great strong hive. So far, all of the hives have survived the winter, which is excellent just because the winter's been so mild. They had a kind of an easy time this year. This is what we want to see. This hive is excellent. It's got a lot of bees, it's got a lot of feed left over. I've already pulled a couple frames out and seen that the queen, she's busy, she's laying eggs already, which is what we want to see. So what I'm doing today, I've brought out, this is what we call a pollen patty. It's a protein substitute to help the hives in the early spring when there's not much natural pollen around. It just gives them a bit of protein to help them raise the brood in the early spring, so it gets them really busy and going nice and early. So what we do, it's just wax paper on the outside. They'll just chew that up and take it out of the hive as garbage. And I gotta set my camera down for a second, but all I do is I just cut a hash pattern. It just helps them to access the patty. I'm gonna set it right in the middle of the bees, give them a smoke to help them go down a bit. What smoke really does, it kind of repels the bees, but it also just calms them down. It masks their natural pheromones, which allows us as beekeepers to get in there without too much of a nasty attitude. Honeybees are actually really nice to deal with. So now that I've got pollen patty on there, I'm going to add a second brood box. This brood box doesn't have that much comb on it, as you can see. I used it as a honey super or a honey box last year. And this year I really want to expand my numbers. So one of the ways to do that is to give your strong hives a second box early in the year. This is kind of early, but it's been so mild that I figure maybe now's a good time. And I'm going to set this second box on top of a strong hive. The bees will come up, they'll fill it with wax and start laying eggs in it hopefully. And then within a month or so, I'll come and split that off and have two hives out of one. They'll be weaker hives. They won't produce as much as a full overwintered hive. And it'll be a little bit more complicated this year the way I want to split them, but that's the general idea, and that's how we as beekeepers recoup from our losses and increase our numbers. About a 10% loss or a 15% loss is what's considered acceptable in the industry and a sustainable loss that we can recover from. So this year, so far, like I say, I'm at 0%, but I've just started. So hopefully that trend continues and the spring is a very productive one. Thanks for watching.